What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Life is Cooler with AC. I am your host, Alex Cunningham, and today he's actually kind of the king. I don't want to be like the king, but he's kind of a king, okay? It is king-ish. It is the incoherent, the incomparable.
It's the incomparable. I've been called the incompetent before. Like the incompetent, that doesn't go over well. It's the incomparable, not incomparable. I don't know if they're the same words or not.
I think they are.
Incomparable.
Incomparable Deezil Greezil,
That's
everybody. Right. Now, how did you come up with that? Were you just like, nah, what's a long word I can't spell?
What, the incomparable?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It started years ago, man. I used to have a podcast.
Okay.
And I started our episode one day like, hey, it's the Incomparable Deezil Greezil. But it was just here or there. I wasn't doing comedy.
Gotcha, okay.
And years later, I started doing comedy. Philly saw an old show of mine, and then he brought it out one time. It was like, the Incomparable Deezil Greezil. And then I was like, hey, it's fucking awesome. I did.
Okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense. So, like, being like a radio personality, like that makes sense because, it's always like DJ the Kid, or like whatever. Exactly. So, like having, like that makes sense. I thought one day you were just like, you know what? Fuck everybody. Like, no one compares to me. Like, so I'm the incomparable Deezil Greezil.
Man, it was more so like Cedric the Entertainer type shit. Like you
right,
saying,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
Putting some sort of moniker.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be like Deezil the black guy, so
right,
yeah, already has
we
that
can
covered,
see that.
Yeah,
right.
So, I just thought it was pretty dope, like the incomparable. It just no one else uses it.
Yeah, no, I dig. I mean, like it definitely does set you apart. Just because it's like, okay, what is incomparable about this guy? Like we gotta. It kind of makes you interested a little bit, But I'm interested in trying this fucking beer. Okay, fuck you and your name. So, little bit so you guys know, we do try different beer on the podcast. Go watch the other episodes, obviously, fuck faces. But so today we are trying Superfly Candy Milk Stout by Red Horn out of Cedar Park, Texas. Have you ever had this before?
No.
So I was told it tastes like a Snickers bar, so I was like, who's gonna love this?
Snickers on the fucking.
Yeah, I was like, that kind of looks like your whole dick. Because it's in half.
The whole dick. I mean,
yeah, just the whole thing.
The creamy nougat inside.
Correct, just oozing out.
And it's discolored. That's my trademark, the discolored ooze. Because bitches love ooze.
That's what's incomparable.
Yeah, that's right.
And
those test results.
If you guys want us to try anything on the podcast, or you just want to shout out, you want to support the podcast, you can make any donation to Life is Cooler on Venmo, or # AC2 Productions on Cash App. And let us know what you want us to try, and then we'll shout you out on the next episode. All right, you ready to try it?
Yeah. It doesn't smell like a Snickers.
No. What does it smell like?
The Snickers smell like that, there'd be less fat people.
I can't open it. I got these bitch fingers.
That's a damn shame, dude. I was going to ask your wife to come open it.
She usually does. She's got fingernails.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Deezil. She's like, he got here and he was like, why's your wife taking the trash out? I was like, because I'm doing important business work here, okay? I'm setting up this studio.
Actually, it tastes better than I thought it would.
Very chocolatey.
Yeah.
I fucking hate chocolate.
Is that what I'm tasting?
Yeah. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, it tastes better than I thought. It's like a...
Well, it's because it's a milk stout, so you're kind of getting that, milky milk
stout.
Yeah. But it is a candy milk stout. It's actually not bad. I thought I was gonna like it a lot less.
That's what I imagine Oompa Loompa cum would be named.
Yeah.
Candy milk stout.
Yeah, I think it's still just called cum. If I were to guess.
I mean, Willy Wonka probably would give it a flavor. I mean,
right. It's like an everlasting gobstopper.
That's right. That's what they call
me. Now, you said that you used to do a podcast before you did comedy. So, like, what made you do comedy?
Oh man, comedy was an accident. In 2019, homie of mine, KT, he was like, "Hey, this place twice as funny has open mics," and he was like, "You should go." And so I was supposed to go the first night with him, but I was dealing with this chick. I had to take her to the airport, and I didn't make it.
That sounds like last night.
Yeah, hey, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
I saw that long-ass post on Facebook.
Last night was a good night. Unexpected, it was a good night. Back to the story. And so he went to the open mic night, and he won.
Okay,
and
nice.
And I'm just like, well, I think I'm funnier than you because I think I'm funnier than everyone. So
Right.
my thing, like, as a Sagittarius, like, whatever you're good at, I'm like, I'm better than you with that shit. This is really childish. And so, but he won. So the next week, I tried it. And,
Okay.
that's where I met Philly and Hicks. I don't know if you know Hicks. Shut up, Hicks. He was part of our crew at one point.
Okay.
That's where I met Junebug. Connor. That's where I met him for the first night. I got on stage. I tried it. I won.
Okay,
the
nice.
contest, and then at the time, it's like if you win, then you get to be the feature.
Okay,
for
cool.
The guy. And so and I did that. And so after I got off stage, Philly, he came up to me. He was like, "How long you been doing comedy?" I was like, "I just did it for the first time."
Yeah,
and
3 minutes.
He was like, "You're a liar. There's no way." I was like, "Dude, no." And then he found out that I had a podcast and I made music. So I've been on stage my whole life.
Right.
But,
you know how to use a microphone. You kind of,
But I never told jokes on stage. The first time I did it, I was like, man, I wish I started sooner.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I hear that all the time.
I wish I fucking started sooner. I'd be rich, but I wouldn't be sitting here. This is a nice place.
I was going to say, this is couch for $30. Okay, this is expensive.
Nice place, but had I started sooner, I think I'd be rich.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like, I think honestly, that's part of the appeal, right? Because like, oh, if I would have done this or I would have done that, it's like, okay, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Right? So now you got to figure out how to do it now.
Yeah.
And so it's like we're constantly chasing that, like what if, how do I, what should I do next?
Yes.
And that is such a tough question, and like I know that's something that you've been thinking about because are the places or the pieces set in motion because you're thinking about Atlanta?
Yes. So I'm torn. Originally, a year ago, my life was totally different. A year ago, I was married. I wasn't doing comedy.
Right.
Thought I had everything figured out. And then it's crazy because I never heard of you until March when that fucking list came out of the
I wasn't on that list.
I thought you were on the list.
No,
you weren't on the list, but you had commented when I made a comment about the list, and you had just like hot it or something.
Oh, probably because everybody was bitching about it.
Yeah.
So,
And so I was pissed, dude. I saw the fucking list, and all these people were on the list, and I was fucking furious, dude. I was like, I'm funnier than all these people. I can't believe I'm not on the fucking list. But I had like stopped doing comedy for like almost 2 years.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I had got married right when COVID hit, and there was no comedy for a year. And then I ended up buying a house, and then I was in the house for a year and didn't do shit.
Right.
And so didn't do any comedy. And so that list came out, and I wasn't on it. And I was like, man, I got to get back on this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I fucking got to get back. I had a vendetta.
Oh, well, I mean, and honestly, that's a good place to be because, like, whenever you're pissed off and you're like, I'm going to fucking do this, like, it gives you a reason to do it. Where if you're like, nah, like, I just, I kind of feel like I want to, whatever, it's like, then you're not going to, you know. But, like, if you have a fucking purpose, and that's funny. I laughed at everyone who was pissed off about that list. Like the lady wrote me and it went to my spam mail on Facebook. And it was funny because I was like, she reached out and like, I don't know any of these people, but like she's reaching out to me and everybody's so upset about it.
I remember my status was, and they put Connor on the list. And then Connor came on, he commented, he was like, what's wrong with me? I was like, nothing, dude. You just on the list and I'm fucking not. I was like, it was trivial, man, but honestly, it was a catalyst, dude, because I was like, dude, I'm about to, like, give this shit my undivided attention.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like, the universe started moving pieces out, like, and it's lovely.
Yeah, no, and like, that's, I think, I saw you for the first time over at Corky's, but then I saw you the next time at, whenever I was opening up for Don Curry.
Yeah.
And so I opened up for him the night prior.
Yeah.
And then I went just to support, and they were like, "Oh, who's gonna go up tonight?" And I was like, "Nah, it's not me. Like,
I remember that.
like that's not. I'm not here to do that." And then so Philly was like, "I'm gonna give it to Deezil," and I was like, "You don't like? Yeah, great. I want Deezil to do it because like I had seen you a couple times, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome." And then you went up there and killed it, and I was like, okay, good, because at Corky's we always try new shit, but then you went up there and you did jokes, and I was like, okay, yeah, good. Like, I'm so glad to see that like there are people who take the shit seriously, because there's so many people that are like, give me, but like they're not funny. Like,
that's the truth.
And like, and like I don't mean to be a dick, but like there's a difference between like, oh, give me a spot because I feel I deserve it, or give me a spot because hey, I'm funny. Like totally different.
I remember the first time I saw you on stage, I didn't like you.
Really?
Because you were funny.
Yeah.
And it was personal. I was like, okay, this guy's funny. I don't like it. It's funny because, me and Sid, LaDon, I call him Sid. I met him when he was like 13.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
I was his substitute teacher.
Okay. Oh, so that story's true.
It's 100%
okay.
true.
Yeah.
100% true. Like, he was a same size he is now.
Uh-huh.
He's a cool kid. I would come to class to teach high as hell. And, like, when you're high, you notice other people who are high.
Okay.
We would make eye contact. And like, yeah, he's high. And for whatever reason, I became friends with him. I had his phone number. Like, for years, we were friends. And then he started doing comedy. And in the beginning, he sucked.
Really?
Like,
That's funny.
He was bad.
Yeah.
But then, of course, he got good. So then I remember when I started doing it, and I won the mic, and he saw that I won the mic, so he came out.
Oh, okay.
The next week.
Yeah.
And he put on a fucking clinic.
That's awesome.
And afterwards, I came up to him, and I was like, I don't like that shit. And he looked at me, he says, I know. And
right.
I was like, man, I'm a fucking be a beast. And it was the same thing I saw you doing. I was like, okay, he's good.
Uh-huh.
Great fucking energy. He's funny. He's doing shit I haven't heard. I don't like it.
Well, like, that's what's so funny, honestly, because, like, in this game, it's so different, you know, than, like, anything else. Like, it's not like, we're roofers, right? You know, because you can literally put other people out of business if you are a good roofer who has better prices. Yeah. But, like, in this game, people who which we're going to get into later, you know, like your joke style. But people who like your jokes are not necessarily going to be my fans.
Exactly.
But then again, maybe they're fans of both of us. You know what I mean? So, like, there's so much, like, small categories within comedy that, like, some people aren't gonna like either one of us, so it fucking doesn't matter either way. But, like, so you can literally be fucking phenomenal and you be phenomenal, and, like, everybody wins. You know, which is, and I think that's a hard lesson for people to realize, though, you know, because it's like, we can all eat. You know, you forget that because you become competitive, you know. But it's like, nah, like, if you win, I win. If I win, you win, because we're giving each other opportunities.
Exactly. And we're making each other better. I mean, the open mic scene has gotten a lot better. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
It used to suck, but now, I mean, we have, I would say, maybe 5 or 6 viable comics who are good, like, are good, and they're just going to get better.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you are one of them. The thing I like about your comedy is, the thing I'm learning about comedy is, it's not even like what makes you funny isn't your ability to write a joke or things like that. You have personality.
Right.
It's like what we're selling is perspective.
Absolutely.
That's it. Like, you know, you think my perspective is funny. That's why you laugh.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that the shit I said was something that you hadn't heard. My point of view of the shit I said. You know, and you have a large personality.
Yeah.
You know
No. No. Absolutely. Because LaDon, actually, one time I got off stage and he's like, "You're small as fuck." And I was like, "Thanks, dog." And he was like, "No, I don't mean it in a bad way." He's like, "When you're on stage, I didn't realize you were so small." He said, "Because you have such a big personality." And I was like, "Okay, well, I appreciate it." But, like, that's what's so funny is, like, when I'm on stage, like, my writing's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. But, like, my gestures and, like, how I, like, emphasize certain things and, like, my voice goes up or comes down, you know, like, that's what makes me funny. Where, like, you are funny in a way where you're like, that wet Cheeto, you know, I slap it away, like, you know, and, like, so that is funny because what you wrote was funny. You don't have to be animated or, you know, or crazy. So, like, it's really neat to see the different styles, you know, and the way that people can evoke laughter.
It's funny because me and Philly, we talk about it. Like, Philly's never wrote a joke in his fucking life. Like, I mean,
no pen to paper.
He's never wrote. I mean, I remember I had a set in Waco. I fucking killed it. And somehow he ended up on stage, and I bullshit you not. He stood on stage for 2 minutes, and all he did was wink, and they fucking lost it. You know, like me, I am more of a purist. Like, I'm a stand-up comic. I stand up there, I tell a joke, set up, punch.
Yep.
I'm learning to be more free flowing.
Okay, like, more conversational.
I mean, 'cause my shit was point A to B. A lot of times, man, it's all fucking muscle memory.
Yeah,
say
for
the
sure.
joke. They should be laughing. If they're not laughing, they're slow. On to the next joke. Like, now, more recently, you've seen some of my sets where now I'm getting more comfortable.
Right.
Where I'll do some crowd work.
For sure.
That's one of the things that you're great at, crowd work. I don't do a lot of crowd work just because I'm an asshole. And
and
I don't
it's
know
hard
when to stop it.
Exactly. You know? It's hard to pivot. And so I had to go down that road, you know, for sure. And I had to learn what is too much, what is not enough. But so you just put me on that show a couple weeks ago over there at that old girls lounge, or I think that's what it's called. And it was a very unique show because it was like it was couples. And if it wasn't couples, then it was people who were going out for like a date night, right? But And it's always fun to me, especially in Killeen, because there are always black rooms, and I'm not black.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but I'm just not. So like, it's always weird whenever you get somebody who is my size and comes in, white,
wearing a pink fucking suit.
Exactly. Which, I mean, in my defense, why the fuck was I the only person in a pink suit? Like that, I was so upset. I was like,
I don't know what you think black people do. We just wear pink suits. Did you see that in the cartoon? He's like, yeah, I wore a pink suit. It's a black event. I'm like,
yeah. I was like,
here it is. Like, he's 80s black. It's
like, you were lucky that I could not afford a fucking suede suit, like it would have been purple.
A nice suit.
Yeah, like I got it from Goodwill, but it's nice.
That was some little kid's Easter suit.
It worked out. Yeah, no, it was honestly it was probably some little Mexican guy, and like we're the same size, so it was just perfect. But so in that show, they did not want material. Yeah, they did not want you to talk at them. They wanted you to talk to them. Our best friend Peanut that we met,
Peanut was fucking
hilarious. Yeah. And so like talking to them was so much better than talking at them. And I noticed that you deviated from your stuff and you started addressing things in the room and you're talking about Peanut, and like then that's whenever it was like, okay, I can see where you're going, and people were digging it, and so I've never seen you deviate like that before. So it was really neat to see you actually try something different.
I was drinking.
Okay. Yeah.
Normally, I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
Prior to the shows, I don't even like to smoke because I forget my shit.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I always have my phone on stage.
Okay.
Because my jokes are about timing. But yeah, I mean that night, I was like, fuck it, everyone else is doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then it was the same vibe. Like, thing is, I don't normally do well with black women crowds.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
That is not my.
That's fine.
Thing.
Yeah.
Primarily because of the type of comedy that I do. I'm not going to do a lot of slapstick. It's going to be a lot of just me straightforward. And right. I don't pull punches.
And you're a straight male. And like, so I've noticed that women are not generally my demographic, right? But black women love me, which is super, super weird. But like, we just did that benefit show for Connor not too long ago. And I hosted that, and there were two older black ladies that came in, and I said something about having, like a small white dick, and one of them like looked at me all up and down, and it's like, all right, girl, relax, unless you're paying my tab, you need to back off. But it's like they enjoy it, and like I don't know if it's because like I am very welcoming, you know what I mean? Where like you are still a large black man, so you're still very intimidating, where I'm not at all. So I don't know if that's the difference.
That's actually, man, I have a theory about that. Because honestly, my best crowds are white crowds.
Okay.
Like, white people fucking love me. It's because of my style of comedy. Like,
right.
But the thing I've learned is like, dude, like you say, I'm a big black dude. Like, if I'm walking down the street, white people come, they get nervous. I get on the elevator with them, they get nervous.
Yep. Start checking their pockets.
I'm on stage, they're not nervous.
Okay, yeah. Because probably there's that barrier there.
Well, honestly, they've been conditioned for me to be the entertainment.
Okay.
Like, that's a safe space. How often does a black dude on stage attack white people?
Right, that's true.
And so it's like, they're okay, like, okay, cool, he's on stage, and they'll give me undivided attention. Now, the same woman in the elevator, she'd be nervous, but on stage, she's like, oh, no, that's where he's supposed to be.
That's the funny man.
Exactly.
Yeah, the funny man ain't going to rob me after this show.
Exactly. And it's like a paradigm shift because they're giving me their undivided attention.
Right, for sure.
And that's the only way that you can shift the paradigm.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing with you. Like, you're a white dude. So they see you on stage, and it's not threatening to them.
Right, for sure.
They're like, okay, yeah, this guy's cool. He's one of us. He's here to entertain us.
Right.
That's a paradigm shift for us. Like, okay, like he's here to make us laugh.
Right. He's not just going to come out and which you can, and it never goes well, but like if you come out and you're just like super racist, like and trying to make it funny, like then you can turn a crowd instantly. But it doesn't matter white or black, whichever, whatever way you go. But as long as you're like, hey, I can reason with you and we share life experiences, people are gonna laugh. You know what I mean? So like I think you're right. Just kind of like leveling that playing field. And
then you being from the Midwest, you're not afraid of black people.
Yeah.
Like coming from the Midwest, like shit, you live with black and white people. Like me, I'm from Michigan, from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Now Detroit black people are scary.
I mean, I don't trust people from Detroit, but the white people who are in Detroit, they're not like the white people you see in Texas. Like,
oh, absolutely.
They're not afraid of us. They're like fucking Eminem. It's no exaggeration. Right? You go
for
the
sure.
White boys, like shit. I'm one of y'all.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not that he's saying he's black. It's like shit. We fucking live here.
Yeah.
Our dads work at the same fucking place.
Exactly.
I'm one of y'all. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. No, and it is totally different too, because like my wife, her aunt is married to a black guy and has kids, and so it's like I feel like it's more integrated. Where when you go to like Philadelphia, New York, like all these big cities, like on the coast, like it is so segregated that it's just like you literally are conditioned to be like, nah, like they go over there and like we stay over here, and that's like we were just watching the new Elvis movie last night. Have you seen that?
I've heard great things about it. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, well, if you do, like, and I don't know how much you know about Elvis, but my wife was like, I didn't know that he grew up in black neighborhoods, and like so they were like, shut Elvis down because he's breaking laws, segregation laws, but like as a white man, so they're like, he's doing black music and doing black moves and stuff like that, and she's like, I didn't know that he grew up in a black neighborhood, and it's like, yeah, he was poor, and like
those were his people,
exactly, and it's like, but when you grow up that way, you don't think anything of it. You're just like, nah, this is
how we dance here.
Yeah,
exactly. Everyone in this neighborhood knows this dance.
Yeah,
I'm just the one that's getting paid to do it.
Right, like, and that's one thing that pisses me off is I never learned the dance. I lost.
Changed your life. Huh?
Yeah, like I would be famous now. Fuck comedy. I would be a fucking dancer.
Dude, that's how I feel. If I could sing, I would never talk.
Right? Yeah, you just sing everything.
Sing the bitches. That's it.
You can't sing at all?
I don't think so.
Really?
Not enough to get pussy.
See, that sucks. Being black and can't sing.
I'm telling you, man, I can rap.
That's
you can't fucking sing, man.
That's how I know you don't have a soul.
When you rap, you attract the wrong type of bitches.
Yeah, their fingernails are too long.
With gold teeth and shit.
I don't know if I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen a female with gold teeth.
Man, yeah, they exist.
Really?
In the South, that's a thing.
Really?
Okay. The further south you go, the more. And that's a thing. Like that's a thing in Texas.
So like women have grills.
Yes, or they just have a permanent, like a big one in the front.
Just one.
Just one, and she was a smile at you, like just one.
Like, bitch, just get out of here with that crooked ass smile.
You know how many dicks you suck with that one gold tooth? No.
It's just stained white at this point.
I'm telling you.
So, what brought you to Texas?
Oh man, shit. My mom, she kidnapped me from my pops.
Okay.
My dad had custody. My mom moved us down here. And
that's some black people shit, right there.
Yeah, I mean, on the cool, like it could be a Lifetime movie, but it was actually one of the better things.
I know my name is Steven.
For real, like, I was telling my dad, like, dude, like it's like the horror movies where parents don't listen to kids. I'm telling my dad, like, I'm going to Texas. I'm like 5. Like, you're not going to Texas. Shut up. Eat your cereal, nigga. I'm like, I'm going to Texas. I get to Texas. I call him on the payphone like I'm in Texas. He's like, fuck.
You're supposed to go get me cigarettes. What are you doing?
I'll call you back. But it was a blessing, dude, because like coming down here from Michigan, and like for maybe first 14 years of my life, I went back and forth.
Okay.
Every summer or whatnot. And down here is like extremely diverse.
Right.
Extremely diverse.
Yeah.
Which was great. And like all my cousins, everyone ended up going to prison in Detroit. Like me and my brother, the only ones didn't go to prison because we were down here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a blessing, man.
Yeah. And unfortunately, like we talk about this all the time. Stereotypes exist for a reason. White, black, Mexican, like whatever. So it's like when you are in that situation, you don't realize it, but then you get away and you're like, fuck, like I am fortunate, to not follow that path, like, I mean, I talked with Philly about that, and he's like, I had to get out of the game to be able to pursue the things I wanted in life. And it's like, that's sad, like that's a very tough place to be.
Man, I sold drugs for a long time.
Yeah.
I sold drugs for a long time, and I was blessed to not get robbed, not go to jail.
Yeah.
Not get killed. Then I just honest with myself, like, dude, this movie ends one way.
For sure. Yeah.
And
it's always the same.
Yeah, so let's just do something different.
Yeah,
right? I was
absolutely.
Get a job at a call center, typing 5 with the best, and didn't look back, man.
Yeah. No, and that's what's so great. And, like I've had several people on here. You brought up Bernard. He's one of them. He's like, comedy literally saved my life, and it's funny how often you hear that because, like, it's true, comedy is one of those things, like Dave Chappelle one time said, comedy is not a thing that you do and you stop for 6 months and then you just start doing it again, and then you stop for 6 months and you start, like, you literally have to put so much focus and so much time into doing comedy. So like you can't do dumb shit.
I'll be honest, man, it definitely saved my life this time around. Like, March of this year, marriage starts going south. My wife says she's going out. She didn't like my Down syndrome titty joke. I
Oh,
don't
right.
I did that joke in front of her. Like, that's not a joke I waited to post divorce. Like, it was a good joke then, it's a good joke now. But then, of course, like, you never expect that shit to happen. I just brought a brand new house, made it out the fucking ghetto, brand new house.
Yeah.
Now I got to sell this shit. Made a nice bag, but at the time, I'm like, this is bullshit.
Right, yeah. I've worked my whole life for this.
Yeah, and now I have to start over.
Yeah,
and
that's tough.
But Philly and them, like, they just kept it real. It's like, just comedy. And
yeah.
That's about the time you guys saw me, and I would just go hit the mics.
Yeah.
Just go hit the mics. And then doors started opening. Old girl that you see me with a couple times at the show.
Yeah.
Met her doing comedy.
Yep.
Like, it's just on the path. If it's not on the path, I'm not going to fuck with it.
Yeah, no, and like honestly, like that's what's so great is that it literally, like I've seen so many people, like have so many doors open for them because of comedy, and like I know you're regularly paid for comedy, so it's not like a hobby at this point. It's like this is what you do, Obviously, we all want it to pay the bills, but like that takes a minute, you know what I mean? But being able to like actually have an income from doing what you love, and it's like it matters so much to people that they pay you for it, like that is such a blessing all in itself.
Exactly. And that's what the whole move to Atlanta thing, I know we had mentioned that earlier. I didn't really address it. Originally my goal was to move to Vegas or Atlanta. Of course I want to go to LA, but can't afford to live in LA.
And it's so oversaturated.
Exactly. And then my homeboy that I make music with, he's from Vegas, so lives in Vegas, born and raised, and so he's like, hey, you can come here, you can start over. And so I was like, it's lots of comedy opportunities in Vegas, and I know a lot of the people in Cali, they come to Vegas to try to find the next thing.
Yep, for sure.
And so I had my heart set on Vegas. Then it was either Vegas or Atlanta.
Okay.
And then I meet a girl at the comedy club in Waco at Stay Classy or whatnot.
Yeah.
And we kick it, and she's from Atlanta.
Okay, gotcha.
And she was like, yeah, I'm moving back to Atlanta in a couple months.
Dang,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's pretty interesting. It sucks a little bit, but then it's like, I feel like the universe is forcing my hand. And it's like, maybe I should do this Atlanta thing.
Yeah.
And I think she was like a catalyst for me to be like, I've been in Texas long enough, and I have to make a change because I feel like I have the skills. I feel like you have the skills, but we can't get paid here.
Right, for sure.
We have to go to where people are paying for what we do.
Yep. And this is something that I never realized was a thing until it became a thing. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how funny you are, whatever. If you're a local, you're worthless. But whenever you come from somewhere else and they're like, oh, this is, an Austin comic or this is an LA comic, like it automatically puts you in a different tier because you're not just a local comic at that point.
Perception. I mean, black people had a bunch of old school sayings, but they always talk about Jesus. And they say, Jesus got love everywhere but his homeland.
Okay.
Or the saying is a prophet is loved everywhere but his homeland. And that's how it is.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
At home, you're always going to be Alex who used to do X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter what else you're going to do. But the good thing about the way perception works is when you meet new people, they accept you at face value.
Exactly.
You be like, I met you as I'm Alex and I do comedy.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's, if someone asks me about Alex, like, yeah, I know Alex. What does he do? He does comedy.
Yeah, like,
that's all,
Yeah, no, and like that's actually a really interesting concept that I've never thought about before because I was donating plasma today, right? And
hard times,
right? Yeah,
nice house, man, nice house. I get it,
right? No, at Christmas, fucking Santa Claus is getting me. Yeah. So I was donating plasma, and this a nurse or whatever they are came over, and she accidentally hit me, and she said sorry, and I was like, "You're good." And she saw my shirt, and she said, "Is that your company?"
Oh, I saw
and,
that.
Yeah,
about the merch.
Yeah, and I said, "Yeah, like that's I'm Alex Cunningham. I'm a comedian." And she's like for real? And I was like, "Yeah, like for real." She's like, I've never met a comedian." And I was like, "You have now." And she was like, "Tell me a joke." And I was like, "Girl, I ain't gonna tell you a joke, but I do have a joke about people asking me to tell them jokes. So go look at it." And then she goes and she tells everybody he's a comedian. It doesn't matter that I have a needle fucking hanging out of my arm and
sitting next to a dope fiend.
Exactly. Yeah, but literally what you tell people is all that they know. If they have there's a word about pre-information,
preconceived notions or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Pre-notions about you or what you've done. That's all that they know. Yeah. So perception is absolutely fucking king.
That's why we just got to find bigger stages.
Exactly. Yeah. And like the internet is such a fucking beautiful thing. Like, and I see you all the time. Like, just real quick, I know you guys are still here. Go check him out at Professionally Black on Instagram. And are you on TikTok?
I have a TikTok, but I don't fucking use it, man.
Okay,
I have
it's tough.
It's rare because everything I post gets restricted. They do something to me. So
I know it's stupid, but like the internet is so hard because we have to use it. You know, in this career, you have to use the internet. But like, I'm so fucking stupid when it. I mean, I literally.
You're always fucking naked on the internet,
right?
Why are you not banned? Apparently, white ass.
But that's why.
Cunninghams
it's
are
cute.
okay. Like that's okay, dude. Like. At least once every 4 months, I get Cunninghammed.
Yeah.
You know, going down my timeline, and it's white ass in a new location. I always recognize the ass. I may not recognize the location, but it's like, oh, that's Alex's ass. And the fact that I know Alex's hairy hobbit ass means I've seen it one too many times.
Well, that's what's so funny is that, like, I posted that one when I went to Arizona, and I was asking somebody, like, hey, did you see that, the picture where I was in Arizona? They were like, yeah, that was, a really nice picture. And I was like, you must not have seen it. And they were like, yeah, were you, like, having coffee? And I was like, I'm naked. And they were like, no, you're not.
They didn't pay attention.
They did no. And they went back and they were like, God damn it.
That's how non-threatening Alex is. Butt naked having coffee. And they were like, man, yeah, Alex had coffee. No one noticed he was fucking nude. Like, he had to point out, hey, did you guys notice I didn't have drawers on? Say word.
Did you see that cute little ass over there? Well, that's what's so funny. Like, so my wife, earlier today, she was like, I was going to post a picture, and she was like, probably don't do that because, like, somebody else is breaking the law. And, like, you wouldn't post a picture of you breaking the law. I said, girl, I literally tried to get naked at the Grand Canyon. I said, like, I literally wanted to take a picture of my ass,
They would have found you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, I couldn't because there were too many people there. But I was like, I wanted to so bad.
As soon as you post the picture, they're going to fucking find you.
Yeah, but, like, that could have been photoshopped.
Yeah, they're going to get that fucking metadata from the picture. Like, they're going to get you, dude.
They're going to know. They're like, nah, somebody reported that sweet little ass.
In the future, imagine you doing that shit and a drone's going to fly out.
Yeah.
Put your dick away, sir. This is your final warning. Put your dick away. Like,
I hope they do. I didn't know that they had 100 fucking zoom on those things.
Oh, yeah, man.
Are they going to know that dicks? Ma'am.
They're going to need all 100 zooms as well. You're going to need all of them.
I don't have that Twix or what is that? Fucking, yeah, the candy bar dick. I already forgot what it's called. That was a good joke. Anytime that you can fuck your joke up right in the middle of it, those are top tier jokes, guys.
Yeah.
So actually, so the night we're gonna address this. The night that I took your jokes on accident, were you gonna say those jokes?
Yes. I've used those jokes since.
Yeah, I've heard them since.
Yeah, I've used the jokes since.
That's hilarious.
It was a true story. It was like,
you came up to me and you're like, so this just happened. So I was like, all right, I'm roasting Deezil right now. I'm going to throw out these facts that he just gave me.
It's like, I literally just wrote that shit down earlier and shared it with Alex. And he was like, oh, my bad. You probably would have used those, huh? Probably so. By the way, I'm headlining tonight. The show's going to be 3 minutes less because of that shit.
This was gonna be 30 minutes. Now it's 27.
Yeah, because I was like, I had the epiphany, man. I was like, dude, I think my girlfriend's a freak, but I don't think she's a hoe. And I was like, because I've been fucking her for a good month and a half now. And she knows I'm married, going through a divorce. Got divorced October 27th. Showed her the PDF. She's like, okay, awesome. And then that night, she sucked my dick. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, she was not sucking a married dick. Under no circumstances. She had no issue giving a married man some pussy, but she was not going to suck a married dick.
Oh, wow.
And a part of me has respect for that. It's like, she waited till I was divorced to suck my dick.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah.
So, like, you were raw dogging the shit out of her. But she's like, nah, I won't put it in my mouth.
It's right. Because
that belongs to another lady.
That's right. I respect that. When they draw the line somewhere, it's like you have to respect that.
She said, you can put it in my ass, but not my mouth.
True story. True story. And I respect that.
She's a saint.
I respect the hell out of that.
This lady is a
I don't even know if that
saint.
was her intention. You know, or if it was planned all along. And maybe they say different people bring different things out of you. You know, who fucking knows, man?
But different ladies won't let you put different things in her in different places, apparently.
I respect it 100%. So I got my first legal blowjob of 2022.
Well, it sounds like you got your first only blowjob.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I actually, you know, I had a bit I was working on that, like, you know, how my bit, I say, you know, marriages for men all start off the same way. You know, we're trying to get some pussy.
Yep.
You know, and, you know, so I was thinking, like, why do women get married? You know? Because they're tired of sucking dick. You know? And it's like, because everyone
That's
knows
the truth.
when they marry you, the dick sucking stops.
Yep.
It's like she's tired of sucking dick. It's time to get married.
She'll take out the goddamn trash before she puts that in her
True
mouth.
story. True fucking story. Like, she gives you a decision.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. It becomes leverage at that point. And she's like, nah, you can fuck. Like, I won't come. I won't even pretend to enjoy it. But you can fuck me.
Like,
but I'm not going to put in any work.
My thing is, I hate, you know, that head. I hate that shit. When you're like, hey, can I get some head? You know, I don't even want the fucking head anymore. I don't want
You've ruined
the
it for
fucking
me.
sigh before the head. Like, no, you can sigh after the head.
Maybe
That's on
during.
you.
During would be
During
great.
the head,
Yeah.
Gag. But the pre-head sigh, you know, keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Yeah. No, get
You
that
know?
shit out of here.
Get out of here. You're not willing? Like,
No, and that maybe it's different for other people, but for me, I'm like, if you show me that you're not into it, it's instant turn off.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, just like, give me my fucking money back.
Right.
It's like, you know, like, we had an agreement.
I bought you a great dinner tonight.
Your business model apparently has changed. It's okay.
I've been honest this whole time. I just wanted my dick sucked. That is it.
Dude, if men could suck their own dicks, the world would be so fucking different.
Of course, there would be no one in it.
Like, for real, it'd be so fucking different. Like, women, the only leverage
They would just die off.
is a blowjob. And that's not even being demeaning. That's letting you know that the power resides in you.
Right.
The blowjob is the ultimate leverage, dude. Like, if dudes could get past their fucking mental prohibitions and give head to men, we would extend the fucking top of the ladder. But it's gay. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we're struggling comedians.
Right.
But make no mistake about it. If I knew how to suck a dick, I'd be fucking rich. Why wouldn't I be? People will always pay to get their dick sucked.
That's true. And gay porn, and like, it pays so much better.
For real, it doesn't matter how much head you're getting.
Right.
You will pay for a perceived premium experience. Like, oh, it's going to be different than I ever had.
He said, I heard you can suck dick real good.
How will I know if I don't try? You know?
Well, you know how I know Deezil could never suck a dick is because I was like, hey, buddy, you're going to be the last one of the year, and I want to have some eggnog. You know, like, eggnog is fucking incredible, and I love eggnog, and it would be a good Christmas, you know, kind of just going away thing. And he's like, nah, that's gay.
It's gay. It's the consistency. But just to be honest and transparent, I don't trust you. So that's the thing. It's like, what do I know? To me, drinking eggnog at Alex Cunningham's house is it's a setup. Like, it's a fucking setup. Like, you need something to separate the consistency in your beverage. So you know if you got a nugget or some bullshit that Alex did to you. Like, but it's like willingly walking into the lion's den. Like, of all the things to offer me, eggnog.
You want some eggnog?
I don't trust you, man. I don't trust you. Nor should I.
He said, why is mine already in the cup?
Exactly.
The bottle's not even
and
open.
Why is mine warm? Who drinks warm eggnog? Like,
what kind of alcohol's in this? Captain Morgan? Captain Cunningham.
Captain Cunningham. You've been Cunninghammed, man. That's the thing. You don't be Cunninghammed, man. It'll get you.
Drinking it out of my ass.
Like, fucking years from now, dude, it'll be an infomercial. Like, you know, if you or someone you know has been Cunninghammed, it's like, you may be entitled to a fucking settlement, dude. Like, he won't stop, man.
Oh, fuck.
Alex is a weird dude. Like, Alex is a weird dude. Like, if I was Alex's wife, I would let him know, like, you're crossing lines that you shouldn't be allowed to cross as a married person. It's like, you know, like, he needs to have more respect for his vows. You know?
That's what's so funny. Like, one time my brother commented on one of the pictures, and he was like, hey, Alexis, let me take my pants off so you can grab this pic real quick. It's like, you just nailed verbatim every conversation that we have before this picture.
Yeah, This is who she married, man. This is,
yeah.
Love is real. Love is real. Like, she's a glutton for punishment, for sure. Like, 'cause she found you. She hunted you down. This is what she wanted.
She came after me.
Yeah. This is
like,
why she has to stand on it. No matter what happens.
Exactly.
She has to stand on that shit, and she knows it. So she just...
This is the game you wanted to play,
Hey,
girl.
man, you signed up for it. You put a quarter in the machine to steal your turn, babe.
That horse is still going.
It's funny, man. You guys have a beautiful, creepy love story. It's like, it's beautiful, but if the roles were reversed,
it'd be creepy.
It's very fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like, if the exact same thing happened but the roles were reversed, she would not be on stage telling that fucking story.
No.
She'd be restraining order in the fucking place. It's like,
let me track you down.
That's the beauty, man. That's the double standard that women get and men don't.
No, and it is weird, like, thinking about it, because, like, I tell this story, you know, from time to time, and it's just like, nah, like, this girl, like, found me in, like, 2nd grade and, like, followed me until I married her. Like,
it's the ultimate red flag.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate red flag, but it worked out because you're short. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I think if you were 6'3", you'd have been like, no. You know, but at your height, you're like, hey, man, she's fucking hot.
Right.
You know, like, no one else is looking for me.
Exactly.
I started the warrants.
Now they're all looking. They can't find me.
You know. And you know she's not afraid to get on her knees and look for it because you're little. So she was looking high and low. That's the only way she found you,
See,
man.
maybe that's why she's like, I'm never going to suck that dick. I can't get that low, even on my knees.
She doesn't have to. I mean, you guys have steps. So,
right.
You know, like, she stands at the bottom step. You know, like, you're at the top.
I felt bad when you came up here and you were fucking panting by the end of it.
Hey, you know, that's because dragging dick up those steps is hard. It's like, gravity doesn't care about your dick. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. You know?
Yeah, no, like if you look at it, the top stairs wore out, and I'd love to say it was because of my dick, but it's just because, you know, that's where she's always kneeling down to try and make me feel better.
That's funny, man.
But no, man, like it is so weird, you know, like what you're saying with getting married. Like, people ask me all the time, they're like, what does your wife see in you? And I'm like, that's a great fucking question. I have no idea. Man, she sees your aura, man. She sees your energy, you know? Sees your energy. Like, seeing you guys union let me know that looks don't matter to women. They matter to men. They matter to, because had she been 300 pounds and hit you up, you would have been like, you know, you have the wrong Alex Cunningham. You have the wrong Alex Cunningham. There's a lot of us.
I know you have a picture, and I was the same size in that picture, but I'm telling you, babe, it's not me.
It's not me.
It's not fucking me. You know, not the guy you're looking for, 'cause I don't like fat chicks. You know? Right.
Yeah, no, like it's total. This is my thing, because, you know, like, if you go read Deezil's post, he talks about everything. He's like, I'm a beast in the bedroom, you know, and like, I don't even have that. I'm not. It's so funny because Dixon is always like, hashtag humble.
Humble. I am humble. I'm humble before God. Everyone else, I'm pretty sure I'm better than. I mean, it's like, what a lot of people don't know is Jesus left me in charge as a shift leader from 7 to 3. Okay. It's like, so those are the hours I talk the most shit. From 7 to 3, it's on me. Other than that,
that is about the only time that you post.
It's only when I'm at work, man. Honestly, dude, my Facebook is purely entertainment. I'd stir the waters to catch fish. Yeah. Like, so many times I make a post, I smoke weed, and I come back, and I'm like, oh, shit, everyone's mad.
Everyone's pissed off.
And I don't give a fuck. Like, people that know me know truly, like, I care about everything, but I don't care about anything. Right. It's like, I love people, don't care about their issues.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, and like, that's what's so funny, like, because all the time I'll be reading it, and I'll be like, all right, Deezil's fucking lost it. He'll be like, nah, I just want you to know that, like, women kind of suck, and men are really the only thing that, you know, matter in a relationship, and you guys should all definitely be appreciative of everything we give you. And I'm like, Deezil's gone.
And then the women hop in the inbox and they plead their case.
Really?
And it's a trap. See, the thing is, you know, I have a young lady that I'm smitten with, but outside of that, I spent most of my life as a catch and release fisherman. Okay. You know, you catch a bitch, take a picture, throw it back. I don't have anywhere to take them, and it's just like I just like to know that I could get them, but I don't want to do anything with them.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Yeah, like I can see that. Before I got married, you know, like I was very much like that. Like I wasn't like I don't want to even be physical with you. I just want to know that you desire me, and then I'm just like never gonna talk to you again.
Would you suck my dick?
Probably.
Oh, you fucking whore.
Right?
Keep
Yeah.
moving. Like, you know, that's all I just want to know. It makes me feel good that you want to suck my dick.
You want to,
but I have discernment, and discernment lets me know that you're a whore. Right. You know,
yeah.
And I see
I'm
me
not
looking
the
for more
first
than
one.
a dick suck. You know,
I'm technically still married. You'd probably suck my dick, you fucking bitch.
The problem is, every chick I ever met told me I was special.
Really?
Like every one of them, and I'm like, these bitches are lying.
Well, no, I think that was more of like your educational.
You know, but I like a slow bitch. You know?
No, I'm saying they were like, oh, you're special, little incomparable Deezil Greezil.
You know, well, depending on where you meet them. you know, I don't mind a slow chick or two.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind a slow chick or two, man.
They're like,
fun.
you're so funny.
They laugh at anything. They laugh at anything, and then you just pull your dick out and see what happens. Like the key is to pause. Do not pull your dick out or move forward. That's sexual harassment.
Right.
You know? Pull your dick out and pause
and see what they do.
And then if they don't react the right way, just pretend like it didn't happen. Just fold your dick back up. Oh, you don't have to fold it up, but fold your dick back up, you know, and just continue with the conversation. And you'll be surprised how often they just go with the flow.
Goddamn life lessons by Deezil Greezil.
You, man, I give bad relationship advice for a living. It's one of my things. It's like,
you said you work at a call center. I hope it's like for fucking marriage counseling.
No, man, it's fucking, dude. I'm a claims adjuster, dude.
Okay.
I deal with.
So you have a real big boy job,
man, dude. Yeah, I am in charge of issuing checks and dealing with people's lies and determining who's being honest. And
you're like, I lie for a living.
The issue is, I'm not capable of being empathetic.
Okay.
Which is why they pay me to do it.
Right.
But they don't pay me enough to be as empathetic as they think I should be. And everyone lies to insurance companies, dude.
Right, of course.
Like everyone, I had no idea. Like everyone lies. Like this is a classic example. I have a lady, she rear ends my insured.
Uh-huh.
He calls in, he files a claim. He says, dude, she hits me and she runs. He follows her to what he perceives to be her home.
Oh.
She pulls in the driveway. He blocks in the car in the driveway. He calls the police.
Right.
He's waiting for the police. Police gets there. Lady comes out of the house in a wheelchair, missing a leg. You know, he hit me. He hit me. And I'm like, I lose all faith in the system, man. Like, come on, lady. Like, he said she got out the car, ran in the house, came out in a wheelchair, missing a leg. Everyone tries to get over it, man. Like,
that's
this shit
fucking
happens,
hysterical.
Man, I hate my fucking job, man. I'm fucking hating my job, dude. Like, recently I was, like, really behind at work. Like 3 months behind. And my manager, he wanted to talk to me. He was upset. He was like, dude, you're lagging in performance. He had metrics and graphs and shit, too.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Yeah.
That's why I got fired.
I wasn't doing shit. And so he explained that to me. He's like, you haven't done anything for 3 months. And I had to explain to him that technically his job is to make sure that I'm doing my job.
Right.
And if I didn't do my job for 3 months, technically he wasn't doing his job for 3 months.
Right? Yeah,
you know, I was like, who are we kidding? So we both have room for improvement, sir. And, you know, and so he decided, like, you know, 2023, we're going to start off with a fresh slate for us both.
Okay.
Which I agree. You
yeah,
know,
for
I
sure.
agree. Like, it's a lot. Like, I realize I need supervision. Like, I'm only like, I'm going to tell you something about black people you might not know. You know, it doesn't matter how good of an employee you think a black person is, how hard of a worker. We never work as hard as we can since slavery. It's like we have a governor built in on us. Like, you know, I might
you get 75%.
I can't give you everything I got. I just can't do it anymore. Like, it just doesn't seem fair.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew that. I knew black people don't work as hard as they should.
Never. Never. I'm telling you. You know, if you got a black guy at your job, he's outworking everyone. Niggas holding back. I'm telling you. The nigga's still holding back. He not giving you all he got, man.
He should own this company.
For real.
That's awesome.
We got to keep something for us.
Well, so we are getting close to our hour mark here. So what we do is at the end of it, we always I feel like it should be at the beginning because it's called the icebox because it's like icebreaker questions. But you know, I just have too much fucking fun. So we're gonna ask a question now, and we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
Does that feel good?
That works.
All right, let's do it. All right. So, what was your dream job as a kid, and how does it compare to your job now?
Interesting.
That's a good question.
Oh, man. So, as a kid, my 2 role models, believe it or not, were Malcolm X and Jesus.
Very interesting combo.
Yeah, but they both got murdered. And so, I began to reevaluate it. So then, honestly, my dream job was pimp. You know?
Okay.
It just seemed to make sense.
Okay.
You know? See, when I was younger, we only had 2 genders. Life was simple. Pimps and hoes. Life was simple. And I wanted to be a pimp. I didn't want to be a hoe. And but the powers that be.
Right.
In 2022, it's shunned upon.
Right.
But yeah, my dream job, man, is to just have women bringing me money that I give guidance to.
Guidance.
Guidance.
That's very loose. I give these women
strong, suggestive guidance. What I would do if I didn't want to get corrected in a nonverbal manner.
So it kind of pisses me off that you wanted to be a pimp, but you don't own a pink suit.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
A pimp in a pink suit
is the only way.
I don't know if that's as intimidating.
Yeah. You want to intimidate these women?
I don't want my bitch to be afraid of pink. I don't want her to flinch because of pink. You know what I'm saying? Because bitches love pink. Okay,
so what color is your pimp suit then?
It's red.
Red?
Yeah.
No, motherfucker. Just because you wear red in a matching fucking sweatsuit.
It's a nice sweatsuit.
That is a $5 sweatsuit from Walmart.
I got it from City Trends. It was like $22.99.
Oh, shit.
Top and bottom was really thin material, but it looks good. Bitches love City Trends.
I just saw City Trends in Temple when I was donating plasma.
That's the one I got it from. That's the plasma center you're at. Why are you donating in Temple for plasma? You're ashamed you don't want to be a Colleen?
Nah, because Temple pays better because they've got more people up there willing to pay or willing to donate.
Wow. You coming out, it's a nice house of Colleen, but you got to go to Temple to get your money.
Yeah, because
you
know your audience, buddy. That's
funny. Because you talk shit about Colleen all the time. Like,
yeah.
You live in the hood. You guys don't. It's not the hood.
Well, like this neighborhood.
It's coming.
Oh, yeah. No, I know that.
It used to be really, really nice.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago.
No, I heard that this, what do they call that? A sundowner city?
No, this isn't a sundown city.
It used to be, though.
Colleen?
Because.
Yeah, I would say years ago.
Yeah, like back in the 60s, they had a sign going into Fort Hood.
Yes.
Do you know what the sign said?
I know we weren't supposed to be reading, so it seems like we need to rethink this whole racism thing. It's like, I don't think you guys are setting me up to be successful as a nigger. I don't think so. It's like
none of this makes sense. Just use pictures.
We needed audio books back then to understand the rules. It's like slavery would have been so much easier if they had an orientation. It's like.
No, it is so weird though because I've heard that Colleen was a city that if you were black you would not be here after sundown, but Colleen is all black now.
Now it's changed, but this is because of the military.
Yeah, but do you feel like we won this one?
Who's we? Who's we? Who am I agreeing with? Colleen is a black town, man.
Absolutely.
Colleen is a black town, but it's not the good black.
It's
the military town for one.
Right,
and
for
so
sure.
A lot of the people who ended up here is because they got put out of the military.
Oh, okay.
They couldn't afford to get back home.
Okay.
Or they got out of the military and they weren't welcome back home.
And they said no.
And then Colleen used to be really, really nice. And this last piece, I say people don't like this, but this is a true thing. A lot of people who aren't historically from the area don't know this. Colleen used to be a really, really nice place.
Yeah, for sure. I've heard that.
It used to be a really dope place. It changed after Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, and I heard that too because
we took in the fucking refugees.
Yeah.
And they came in this bitch getting it how you live, setting it off. It literally changed. Dude, we used to have 7 murders in a year.
Uh-huh.
And that was high.
Right.
Now
it's 7 a month.
Now it's 30 in a year. It's bad. That's 7 to 30. That's fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah.
This place is
Yeah. My mother-in-law was just here. I took her home or took her to the airport yesterday. And she was like, yeah, I started watching this documentary on cold cases, unsolved murders, and it was about Colleen. And I was like, yeah, that's where we live. And she was like, yeah. And it was like Fort Hood and, you know, like all, and I was like, yeah, like when she came here, she was like, why do you have 3 bolt locks? And like, you can only see 2 from the outside. Yeah. And I was like, right.
They just had a news article said since November of 21, was it November 21 or 2021? There's 37 murders.
Yeah.
Half of them are unsolved.
Yeah. Yeah. The Killeen Police Department put that out.
And then
they're like, my bad,
today.
dog.
No, today it got worse.
Okay.
Today they put out that in the month of November, there were 15 robberies, armed robberies.
Yes.
And they're 0-15. They have not solved a single robbery. Killeen Police Department is the Detroit Lions of fucking police departments. And why would you even disclose that?
Right,
like,
exactly.
We're 0-15 in the month of November when it comes to robberies. And by the way, we're 50-50 on murders.
Right.
So it's like, hey,
they're like, if you need some extra Christmas money, go ahead and just rob
a nigga and kill him. There's like a 75% chance you're going to get away with your shit.
Welcome to Killeen. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But man, I really appreciate you being on here. I've been wanting to get you on here, and you know, I just had to make sure that your ego kind of didn't get the best of you.
Hey,
so.
dude, I'm humble, dude. People don't, like, y'all don't realize the person that y'all know, because y'all are my friends, man. Like,
yeah.
I love you guys. You guys helped me out a lot when I was going through divorce. The comedy crew, I know I just popped back on the scene like, fuck you guys. And you guys embraced me. But dude, man, you guys are fucking awesome. I'm just not a people person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I believe in me, but I believe in you guys too, man. I don't like people, man. I smoke my weed and
right.
You know, that's it.
Yeah. No, you know, and like that's a good place to be, is to know where you belong. You know what I mean? And like, if you don't belong in the crowd, then that's fine, you know? So do what works for you. But man, it is working, and I'm excited to see what next year holds. If you go to Atlanta, if you don't, you know, whatever. Like, I'm excited to see your next chapter, because like, I know it's going to be a good one.
Awesome, man. I feel the same about you, dude. I definitely want to work with you.
Yeah.
We got to get these skits going.
For sure.
I believe content creation is the key.
100%. Yeah.
The stage is dope. We'll always get better at that, but I believe we work as a collective unit, man. We can bust this shit open.
Yeah, man. It's gonna happen. And I appreciate you guys for sticking with us. I want you to go check out Deezil. His Facebook is Deezil Greezil.
Deezil Greezil.
And then his Instagram is Professionally Black. And you have any other socials you want to shout out?
My YouTube is Deezil Greezil as well. My link tree is linktree.com/Deezil Greezil. That's DeezilGreezil. Man, we appreciate you guys sharing, liking, laughing. Comedy's fucking hard. It's fucking hard, dude. Like, people don't realize it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
But we do it because it's very rewarding, and it's rewarding because of people like you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to put all of his socials down at the bottom so you can go check him out and definitely show support. You know, when he says that he is the best in the bedroom, we know it's just a joke, because there's no way. The motherfucker can't move for more than 3 minutes without fucking having to stop to catch his breath. So
3 minutes.
It's it's a good 3 minutes.
George Floyd died in less, don't take long to kill a nigga or kill some pussy. That's all I'm saying.
Which is weird, because he has the same saying after 3 minutes. He says, I can't breathe. I
Right,
can't breathe.
Then it's let them sleep. Referring to my nuts. Let them sleep. They're done.
But thank you guys so much, and thank you, Deezil, for being here.
Man,
I really appreciate you, buddy. And go check him out. Thanks, guys.